And yes, that's it. Today is budget day, and this is an important day in the new cycle, and I'll take you behind the scenes of this thing recording. Welcome back to another Cameraman Life, and I want to say thank you for those who have been viewing the program so far. This vlog, let me say I'm saying program, Stinking TV, no, viewing the vlog so far. It's another work week. Last weekend I celebrated a little bit. It was my birthday. I took the day off from work and I had a little vlog, and thank you once again for all of you who sent your birthday greetings. I want to say thank you from Mike. This week is an interesting one. Today is the budget day. Today is October 4th. Today we're going to have something a little bit different here on the journey here on the vlog. Today we have a live production, and a live production is different from post-production, which is what we do for Inspire TT tonight. I think we're doing live at Ernst & Young, and the live element is a lot of pre-planning in the beginning before the live, because the live is a very concentrated time, but you have to be very efficient and you have to be able to plan and know exactly what you want, because in a live circumstance there is no take two. So today on my journey, for Cameraman Life specifically, we have to do some equipment checks. We have to check the signal, we have to make sure that we're getting good audio, that the audio cables are working fine, and we also have to determine if it is that we're going to have to light the space or use the lights that we have, the camera light especially in that particular space, right? Coming into Port of Spain today, my motivational aspect was actually not a video this time. I saw my friend of mine, Sunita, big up Sunita. She's a lifestyle and a life coach, career coach. She actually coaches young professionals. She was on my show, Mike on the Mic, in a previous program, Mike on the Mic. And if you didn't check it out, you should check it out. It was an interesting conversation. She did post something that I thought was very interesting. She was asking about change and how do you know when change happened, and it was basically around the idea of change. And I thought about it, and then I had to comment. And I think change happens mentally first. That's what I've been doing here on the vlog. I was very disappointed last week. I went to the Mud Museum with Otto for Inspire TT, and the vlog suffered. And the vlog suffered mainly because of me going back to the old way of thinking and not understanding that this is my new way, and this is the new way for me to be able to express myself, and also a creative outlet. Now, being a creative, you need to have outlets to be able to create. That's a big aspect of being creative. You have to have different projects that you work on so that your creativity could always be cooking. Otherwise, you get into this kind of mundane kind of way of thinking, and it's almost into a pattern. And I'm trying to break my own internal patterns, because I see this vlog and I need your help, you. And I said it once before, and I'm going to say it again. I need you to be able to comment, to interact, and even if it is just a simple thumbs up, it's not going to cost you anything, and you're already looking at it. If you want to pause and do that, we could wait for you right now. Yeah, that's it. It didn't take that much. Yeah, but it's very interesting and it's important to me, because that allows me to build the community, and hopefully in the future it allows me to be able to gain independence, so that I can work on independent creative work. As you see right now, I work for CNC3. I work as a cameraman here, but I also do other things, and I want to be able to continue that growth path. But I need your help in order for me to do that. As I normally say, enough said, because I think I can be long-winded at the beginning. Anyway, today going to be very busy with this budget, and I'll take you behind the scenes. I don't know exactly what I'll be able to record, because I tell you, life circumstances is very different from post-production. But as long as I could bring some content for you on the vlog, I'll kind of break down what's happened in the scenario and what the different environment and how you think any mindset going in. Take it from me, Mike, for now, and I'll see you soon. Continue looking. We'll carry on that journey. And as you could see, on days like this, the newsroom is very intense. Everybody is focused on the debate and seeing how best they could communicate the messages received in the most condensed form. But in the background of that, I have to do my systems and equipment check. This might be an obvious check, but first we check to see if the camera is coming on and if we're getting an audio signal. And double check it for the live later. So while the budget's still going on, in the background, testing the equipment. That oil or gas will be found in commercially viable quantities. I myself had to keep a close eye on the budget, because there are times when you're asked questions and I want to be in an informed position. So, as I told you before, we're packing up in the background and trying to get to our location early because we didn't have a site visit, and there are elements that we look for. We have to look for the lighting, we have to look for the sound in the room. Alright, so I double check my equipment, and because it's a live situation, there's a lot of equipment, so I have to make it in 2 trips. Right now I'm carrying on camera and audio equipment, and I come back up for a light kit on a board. And while we were heading to EY, another crew from the newsroom headed across to the opposition to get their response.
So welcome again to all the media houses here this afternoon for this very important conference.
We got there and we took a few seconds to compose ourselves before heading in. Alright, so we're here outside EY, and I just had a quick little bite, a little finger food bite, and my host, my presenter for the night is Bavita, Gopaulchan.
Hello.
And even though she wearing a mask, she working on the confidence right now.
Yes, I don't know how many women out there still wear lipstick, seeing that we have to wear face masks, but I think you still should, because at the end of the day, who you're dressing for? You, right? So yeah, even though nobody's seeing my lipstick on camera, I'm still going to wear it. At least I will know that I'm wearing it.
Excellent advice, because confidence is what's important to be able to do what we do and to be able to go on camera and to be able to bring the content to you. If you don't feel confident about yourself, it's very rare that you'll be able to get that on screen.
And I always say, you look good, you do good, and you feel good.
I agree with the feel good part. I don't know about the other two. That's it for him here on Mike on the mic. Stay tuned for more. So upon walking in, I noticed that the lighting situation wasn't as bad as I thought it would, because we were shooting in offices. But this room was well lit. I guess this was the meeting room. And as you can see on the ground here, I walked with the light kit just in case, and I determined that it wasn't necessary at the time. Alright, so this is the room we're gonna set up in here. We have a lot of cropping to do to get the final product. And also too, I'm going outside to take an establishing shot to kind of establish, as I said before in the previous vlogs, establishing shots are very important. So as you see here, as I told you before, in the live production, communication is key, and Bavita is here with actual producers and master control, making that communication, asking what is the length of our segment, and being able to be on the same page with those back in studio.
Let's shoot for around 8 to 8:05.
Yeah. Okay, so we basically kind of set up. We had to make 2 determinations. One outside is the establishing shot, and then we came in here to do the interview shot. And behind the scenes, Bavita is working on her script and her questions.
Hello.
Microphone here for our guests. Because of the technology we're using, we have to be very limited in terms of the microphones. So we're using one mic, but hopefully we'll be able to get good audio. You know, I always say audio is important in my vlogs. Quick question, Bavita. Just before we go live, or you're going to do a live interview, what's been going through your mind?
I think one of the important things to take into consideration just before going into a live is your line of questioning. So you want to always ensure that you do proper research so that your questions are as relevant as possible. So in my mind right now, I'm trying to think about everything that the finance minister would have said and some of the things that matter to you all. And I know that sometimes we prefer to hear from neutral voices. So the people here at EY, they are the ideal group of people to be interviewing on the finance minister's budget presentation. So I'm trying to think of, what do you want to, what do you think he said that may require some clarification? Let's hope that they can do so for us.
Thank you, Bavita. And as you see, I have a lot of people with a lot of experience around me, so I'm trying to learn and pick their minds to be able to create a better vlog for you and be able to present it better for you too as well. Stay tuned, we still have our interview to conduct live, and as I said before, the vlog here is just to kind of see behind the scenes what goes on in order for us to do live productions on television. Take care for now. And with our guest, Mr. Ramsingh, in the room, we start getting our minds right for the live. Communication is key, so we get to brief the guests, we brief ourselves, and we are all on the same page before we move into the live production. Alright, so camera set up, and we're ready to go live. The establishing shots actually shows the company logo here, and I'm waiting for Bavita. It's lit by the camera light, but we have to move quickly because after we establish we are at EY, we also have to transition and go into the room and speak to our client waiting for us to speak to us here at EY. So we're going to do this things a little bit different. We're actually going to use our floating camera now to do our live link. Camera ready? Microphone. You ready?
I think so. Ready or not? Here we come.
Alright, so we're going to do our floating camera now. And if you're wondering, this is the actual live recording. She's waiting on a cue from me in order for her to begin speaking.
Good evening to all of our viewers looking at the post-budget discussion here on CNC3. I'm Bavita Gopaulchan. I want to ask you a question this evening. What is the first emotion that comes to you when you look at your home? Relief, right? Especially after a hard day's work. Ramsingh of EY. Mr. Ramsingh, tell me, do you think this is the right time to be implementing a property tax?
Thanks, Bavita. Well, the truth be told, there is never really an ideal or right
Wait.
time to
This is not a news perspective.
tax.
This is the
And
cameraman
certainly in a
perspective.
time
So
when
I
we
won't
are
be showing you
dealing with
the
a
entire
pandemic,
interview, but
certainly
that's
the
basically
last
what
thing the
happens
general
behind the
public
scene
wants
when
to
you're
hear
going to do a
is the
live
property
production.
tax. What I will say is that property tax is something.
Alright, so we are at the end of another long day here on Cameraman Life. Today was the budget. We were doing the budget review. We were at EY with Bavita Gopaulchan, as you see earlier on in the vlog. Live production is very different from pre-recorded or inspired TT. As you see, live production, many things could go wrong. Live production, you have to be able to think on your feet. Tonight, we had 3 different setups. We had to do one that was an establishing shot. Second one was the actual interview, and then thirdly, we did a different setup on the outside. We got a phone call from studio and said that we needed to change the shot. They find the shot for on air was looking too close, looking like we didn't socially distance, so we had to change it. These situations can be stressful, and you have to be able to be a cohesive team, and that goes well in terms of final outcome and final production. Thank you to you guys once again for sharing, commenting, and interacting with the content. And as I said before, today you saw the difference between production, which is what I do at Otto with Inspire TT, and now live instances. In a live instance, time is of the essence. You have to make quick decisions, but you also have to be technically sound. And I hope you saw that here tonight. Once again, share, comment, let me build the community together. I need your help. Take care from me, Mike, and see you next time here on Cameraman Life. And now the pressure is off, and that's a wrap from in here. Gonna just wrap up the equipment and head back to the office.